Hi, my name is Elena, and I am the founder of Self Love and Care Lab. Today is our episode number 2 of exploring self-love languages and self-love. And today we have a special guest, Margarita, art therapist. I had the pleasure to be Margarita's client in the past when I just kicked off my self-exploration journey, and I'm very happy to have you here. Let's talk about self-love. Let's talk about self-acceptance.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Elena, for inviting me. It was really my pleasure to be here, and hey, everybody who's gonna watch us. It's really, really good day, Sunday. So, yeah. And yeah, as Elena said already, so I'm the art therapist and art coach.
How does art therapy specifically address issues related to self-love and self-acceptance?
Okay. So I was thinking about your question, and really, I would like to say that these two that you just have mentioned, self-love and self-acceptance, and I will add in here like self-esteem as well, because they're all together. I would say that there is a something like internal support, which all we have rely on in a difficult life situations. And let's say that the stronger the support, the easier we can handle all and go through all these, difficult times in our lives. But the point is in here that some of us in the childhood, which we come from, by the way, all of us, we have the traumas that cannot give us the possibilities sometimes muffle the inner voice of us to see the possibility to understand that our strengths and talents. Yeah, so and exactly what we work in art therapy with is just give the voice to voiceless. Yeah, and to express our feelings, emotions, our thoughts, our pain sometimes, which is also happened. And it can just give through making art, the people can make themselves better, just to feel better, to see further, to see the future. And it how does work. Yeah.
From my own personal experience as well, art was an amazing tool because sometimes you cannot express what you feel through words, but once you express it through art of any kind, it's easier to express the emotions. It's easier to deliver the message from inside outside. So yeah, and my journey with your help was an amazing experience. We worked with different kind of art, and it was much needed, especially at the moment, at that particular moment when I just started my self-exploration process. I have another question. Can you share some examples of art therapy techniques or exercises that are effective in fostering self-love?
Okay, so actually, some people think that in art therapy we only work with the drawing therapy, but it is not true. I have to mention that a lot of methods in art therapy, which we I mean, it depends of the clients and the problems of client and the technique I choose for our work. So, and but for self-love and self-awareness, I would mention two of them for time being. It's a very important one. One of my favorite one is mandala therapy, which is really helps people because I remember myself when I was studying art therapy. I didn't like it from the beginning. I didn't think seriously about it. So I was going, like, I mandala, what's it's gonna happen? It's just a circle. It's just like drawings and what to do with this. But by my experience, and not only my experience, the experience of my clients, I see they really help when people, it is put their all emotions, all, I mean, pain, whatever they have inside, to this perfect circle, perfect shape, let's say, because the circle is a perfect shape. Yeah, and it works. It really works. But for to understand the insights, what you got through this technique and through this practice, you need to be guided. Yeah, for sure. You need the art therapist, because yeah, for sure you can do by yourself mandala. You can draw it, and it's also it's very good, nice, but to get insight and to get the results through this practice, you need someone to be near you and to ask you right questions, to just get you to understand that what you just got, through that. And the second one, so it's about mandala, which is really, yeah, nice. And also, I would like to mention one thing. Sorry for I was forgetting about. Um, in art therapy, when we say art therapy, it means that in art therapy we do everything by our own hands, own brain, not just drawing, not just this colorful drawing, a ready one with the mandala, not that one. So we do our own mandala, and this is the point. It's very important. Yeah. And the second one, I would mention the collage. So it's very easy to do it. You can make the collage, I mean, with some magazines, parts of magazines or whatever. So just, why do I love myself? And this just, if it's positive to you, you can put it on the wall, and it will just prove, prove that, yeah, you have something to value yourself, and just a positive way, it's very easy to do it, I think.
I heard such a theory. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a theory, it would be a fact that a circle is the perfect shape for our brain to be perceived. So everything that is like a triangle or a square or like any other figures with angles are perceived by brain as threats. But a circle is like a perfect figure that is like calming you down. So I
It is
believe
true.
that the reason why mandala is so effective
Yeah,
because it just calms your brain down.
yeah.
Right, let's move to our next question. How do you support clients in confronting and overcoming negative self-talk? That's my issue, by the way, or self-critical thoughts through art therapy?
um what I gonna say in here? So, if it's ever happened to you, when you can hear the inner voice, like, you are not good enough, you are fat, you are tall, I know you are not doing it well, so it is not enough for you, and whatever it's comes. So, and congratulations, it's an inner critic, so it comes. And normally, usually, we if you look closer at that inner critic and at that inner voice, you're gonna recognize how to say, expression and voice of someone. It's gonna be your parents or some significant adults. And how we so work with this in art therapy, I have to mention that here sometimes the inner critic can sometimes defend us from something.
Mm,
I mean, like it is, yeah, but mostly it is like destructive. It is destructive thinking, destructive some patterns. And how we work with this in art therapy. So you have to start listening to what that voice is saying to you. It's very important. And secondly, you have to understand which is destructive, which is really defensive for you, because sometimes it can be defensive, yeah. And there are some positive with the plus, also the voice inside of you. And once it become you become aware of that, you just gonna change it, yeah, to the positive one. And so we are working in art therapy with this because uh, art making, like how to say, gives us the opportunity mm, to accept ourselves like we are, you
Mm-hmm.
know, doing doing the art to express our feelings, emotions, just to that we are not ideal. I mean, not all of us. Yeah.
That's perfect imperfection. I love that. All right, I have a next question. In your experiences, what are some common barriers or challenges clients may face when working towards developing self-love, and how do you help navigate these obstacles?
Again, I just have said about that destructive thinking, and the inner critic is one of the most, yeah, our say enemy, yeah, and also perfectionism, which is really comes together. All of them, they are coming from childhood, our childhood, because yeah, maybe you know we have to say that no one is perfect, and our parents also not perfect, and there is no time for us to just blame someone to this life and to stay unhappy. It's if it's happened to you, you just need to realize it, to forgive and go further. You have to, yeah, we have to live this. It's life is perfect, just, and the art therapy exactly gives us the opportunity to just again through the art express all this pain and just let it go. And because really we accept that we are not perfect and no one is perfect, and just creativity really will save our world. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so. I've heard
Yeah.
about, I think in psychology it's called sublimation. So that's when you take the emotions that um, like strong emotions, aggression, fear, and you convert in a socially acceptable ones. So, like for example, through art. So when you take all the accumulated feelings inside and you express it, not acting out on somebody, like shouting at somebody, but rather through art, when you create a painting or a sculpture that like expresses your anger, but in a socially acceptable way. I truly believe that what you say, that art will save the world. um,
Me too.
it will. It will.